on today's episode.
Wow.
Yeah! Thank you for tuning in to Googan Pro Offshore Angler. I'm your host, Jason Reese. Going out with me today is my family, Parker, Skipper, and Laura in the front's getting a few things ready. We're actually not sure how today is going to go. We're on our way to the marina. We're thinking about getting some live bait and drifting, but it's possible the waves are going to be like 2 feet. Might not be fun for Laura to be bobbing around out there in. So we might just troll. There's reports of some of the bigger spring mahi are showing up. I'm not sure we're going to make it out to the weed lines that are out in like 800,000 feet of water if it's too rough for the family. But we're going to go to the inlet here and kind of see what it looks like and go from there. Some days you can have a plan, but you need to have a plan A, plan B, plan C based on the conditions and based on how your family is doing in those conditions. But either way, I'm sure we're going to find some fish. Stay tuned. 356 feet outside of Deerfield. This is the long, I'm sorry, this is the short planer. No, keep fighting it until you get the planer out. Keep it in the gunnel.
If you're curious how this giant tangle on these two backlines happened, it's because the scattered seaweed caught on both the mid and the shotgun lines and brought them together. So I've learned on scattered seaweed or heavy seaweed days, just go from 6 lines down to a 5-line spread and skip the mid.
Parker was snoozing along with his dog. Skipper. All that seaweed. Get the rod tip up. You keep tension on it. Keep it out over here. You got it straight out. Yeah, see it down there. That used to be a nice blackfin. Nice, it is. Keep bringing it up. I can flip that one. Keep going. A little closer. Sweet, baby! Nice blackfin. Hold that up. All right. All right, 163 feet of water. We're going back towards Hillsborough Inlet. And outrigger just popped. This is a needle strip, squid, pre-rigged combo. Right out there, it's a mahi.
Oh, cool.
We've been on this seaweed line, a little bit on the inside of it, shallower side. We thought we'd find mahi out deeper, but this one was in shallower. These pre-rigged needle strips are perfect for mahi, blackfin, tuna. We've even had the occasional wahoo smash them. Get this guy out of the way. Followers.
Wow.
Dressed like a mahi to catch a mahi. All right, we're in 164 feet of water, back off of Deerfield. We came through the seaweed where we just caught that mahi. I have not even gotten lines redeployed. We only had one line out there. I'm pretty sure the shotgun fouled up. So the only line out here was the long planer to get that pink and white needle strip, and it looks like it got hit. So see what's on here. Goes to show you sometimes you only need 1 or 2 lines in the water. Well, when that tip is down before the planer even comes off. It may have been swimming toward us for a minute there. Got here. It's not coming to the surface like another mahi. We came through some greener water. We're just talking about trying to get out deeper again to fish some bluer water. Oh, it's a nice blackfin? It is. Man, in the green water too. That might be a gaffer. So enough years of fishing by yourself, we learned to kind of control the fish and from the gaff. Keeping his head underwater so he stays calm. And putting his lights out.
Wow, it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a beefy football. This is a spring blackfin tuna. These are the ones we want to come out here this time of year and chase. And look at him chowing down on that pink needle strip. just gobbling it up. These things have caught me some of the biggest blackfin that I have, and this strip can be redeployed. I'll put this back on the hook, gonna go back out, get another one of these, yeah! So my inline plater bridle broke on this outing, which is funny because I was gonna strip it and show you guys how I set these up, and now's the perfect time to show you while we're on the water. What I think it's important to do while we're on the water is because the knots you learn to tie out here, you need to be able to tie them on the water, bouncing around, moving around. So the two knots that I use the most out here is a bimini twist to tie the braid so I can use a loop and use double the strength, and then to a double uni, like 15 wraps around this. So I'm gonna cut this off and I'm gonna show you how I tie knots out here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna tie on a new inline planer bridle. You're gonna do the tackle crafters, and then we're going to go to 100 feet of 60 or 80 pound mono, and then it's going to be a zoom witch, a flash witch, a squid, and a long shank limerick hook with a nice ball bearing swivel. So I'm gonna set that up next, but first let me show you how I get the braid into a bimini knot here. Easy bimini twist. So tag end, I'm gonna bring it up here, gonna pull some slack up, I'm gonna pinch it and hold it, then I'm gonna do about 25 loops. Then I'm gonna take this and put it around my reel that I've got locked in tight here. Gonna bring this up a little bit to give myself some line. And then as I do that, I'm also going to start backing off on the top, on the tag end, so it loops down, and now you've got some line down here. And from here, I am going to tie a single half hitch on each side. So we do a half hitch on one side, and then I'm gonna come do a half hitch here on the other side, like that. And then I'm going to just take this around a couple times. I don't know, you can do once, twice, whatever. And then back through like that. And now, when you pull it tight, you've got a nice bimini twist here that I'm gonna use to tie my double uni onto my inline planer bridle. All right, so bimini twist to our inline planer bridle. So inside the other swivel here, we're gonna loop it through. Gonna bring it like a little more than like halfway up here. I'm gonna pinch the main line and my bimini twist tag line here, and I'm gonna give it right about 15 wraps. Then I'm gonna bring it up, back through the loop that I made there, and begin to pull this tight. And normally I'd have the other end secured to something, but here I'm just sitting on it. Gonna wrap this around, start to pull this out tight. And you see that line cinching down super tight there. So this line is gonna be under so much pressure, because once that number 4, 6, 8 planer sets and pulls down, that's gonna put so much tension on this line. It's critical that you get at least like 15 to 20 wraps on here, so this thing will hold tight and not slip on you after what can be months of service and a lot of action. All right, so we've got our bimini twist to a like 15 wrap double uni here. So now the planer bridle part is ready. So now it's time for our leader. Whether you're building a new leader or you're putting a backup yo-yo full leader on here, this is gonna be 60 pound mono. And how I'm gonna do mine is I'm gonna pull it through here. This is just gonna be another double uni. So I'm gonna bring it down, pinch the line here. I'm gonna do 5 wraps on this one. Some people like to wet the line from here. Fisherman's choice. You're gonna bring it back through the loop, grab that tag end, and begin to pull this tight. Now I'm gonna grab the braid here, and you see how that line cinches down on itself. And when that fish hits it, there's gonna be a lot of pressure on it, so you need that knot to hold up. I'm gonna trim that right about there. And your finished product is bimini twist, 15 wrap, double uni, planer bridle, 5 wrap, double uni with your mono. When I was first learning to fish out here, I tried a lot of different knots. These knots have not let me down. They don't slip, they don't break. I can run these in rough seas, a number 8 planer and 4-foot waves, and it holds. So these are my 2 knots. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Now I'm doing my final termination tackle here at the bottom. So I've got a 1/2 ounce zoom witch that I'm gonna use on my short, number 4/6 planer, a squid with a flash witch inside, and now the last thing I need is my hook. So I've got it into the eye here, and again, I'm gonna do that double uni. So I'm gonna bring some line out, and I'm gonna give it 5 twists. And bring it back to the loop here. Cinch that down nice and tight. Cut off the tag and up the trim line about right there. Bring this down. And you can use a bonito strip. I'm gonna use an artificial Nita strip on mine. But once it goes out in the water, the zoom, which is gonna pull down like that and look beautiful. And that Nita strip looking great on the end of the hook there. Look what we got here. Yeah, so hit, shark, or the hit probably triggered, shark bit it off and it reset. So we lost 1 Mahi there. We are in 150 feet, coming back in. Laura and Parker weren't feeling great. These 2-foot choppy seas are getting the best of them. So we're on our way back to the inlet. We said we'll make one last pass. We'll troll on the way back and see if anything is home on the way back. So we were making the turn to come back when the planer got hit again. This, again, the long planer, pink and white, zoom witch, pink and white, flash witch, pink and white Nita strip, and then the big volume hitter for all of last year and already a lot of this year. I don't think there's a fish on it. All right, well, let's get back to the inlet. All right, back in the inlet. Family was not feeling great, so we pulled lines in quickly and made a run back in. But for a couple of hours, we caught a couple of great fish. Spring bite's definitely on, so it seems like normally the April spring bite's kind of been delayed until May this year. And for me, a couple of hours, birthday weekend, now with my family, and of course, Skipper. Great times. We were hoping at the end there to put maybe like 1 more different species of fish to get a grand slam, looking for like a wahoo or a king or even a wayward sail to complete a grand slam, but didn't happen. Always next time. So as we come into the summer months here, there'll be more chances for family grand slams. We'll get there. And I'm going to show you guys the bite breakdown.
We got 8 bites on a short 90-minute troll with scattered seaweed. Some lures got blanked. Pre-rigged blue squid, blue flash, and blue Nita strip got 1 bite. The short planer with the blue and white zoom witch and blue Nita strip got 2 bites. And the winning bait again with 5 bites was the pink and white zoom witch, flash witch, and white and pink Nita strip.
While you're waiting for the next video to come out, check out this playlist of last year's fun catches and tutorials, and check out this video of us last year around this time living out on Blackfin, having a fun day. Thanks for watching, guys. Tight lines.